you can go fast, but together you can go further. And it's cliche and you hear that all the time and see it in quotes that people post on Instagram. But here's the reality. When I started my career, I had a lot of success early, enough success to make me think that I didn't need anyone but myself. And I can
Mm.
build and go big and do whatever I needed to do as long as I put my mind to it. But at some point, you can only work so hard. You can only do so much in so little time. At some point, you're going to need other people around you if you want to get to a certain level in your business or in your career. And you can even talk about this in your own life. Because if I
Yeah.
think about if I do X amount of revenue or X amount of production and I want to 10x that, it's impossible to do 10 times the amount of effort. It's literally impossible. Like, what, I'm going to work 400 hours a week? Like, no, that's just not going to happen. So, okay, I could get better at what I do. Well, can I really get 10 times more efficient? Just me? Probably not. And I think that's where other people come into play. And by far has been the biggest lesson I've learned so far. Like, you can only go so far yourself until you need other people, and that's how you exponentially grow.
Yeah. I mean, from the bottom, right? Like whenever someone's at the bottom, like I remember last time when we were talking, you said there was one time where you made like $300 in what was it, like 2 months or 3 months,
Yeah,
something
my
like that.
first 3 months, my first 3 months in business, literally.
Yeah, you made $300. So from there to where you were before the partnership, you probably were 10xing your production. But it gets
Yeah,
to a point where you can no longer 10x that production anymore. And that's something that me personally with like weight loss, like I had to get into because pounds were dropping off me super fast to a point where my body was like, dude, we can't do this anymore. So I had to switch up my mindset from weight loss to muscle gain.
bro,
And that wouldn't
bro.
have happened had I not.
Here's
Yeah.
here's the big thing that people don't realize. Sometimes the 10x is not in the same arena that it was before.
Mm.
So with weight loss, like, you 10x'd the weight loss that you had at some point and you continue to lose weight, but there's diminishing returns in that game that you're playing. Eventually the game needs to change. So for you, it became, okay, well, I lost the weight. How do I overall become healthier? So now I'm in a totally different game. Same thing with me. It's like, I'm making good money, advancing my career, growing my business, but eventually on my own, that's a production game, and I can only go so far. When I switched up to being with my team and being on a partnership and now having an assistant, and we have other ambitions to bring in other advisors and train them and teach them the philosophies we have,